This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Welcome back to day 2 of our quest to get from Paris by land all the way to the northernmost city on the planet, Longyearbyen. Today we're taking the last available train to Strasbourg, which is right on the border of Germany and is leaving in 15 minutes from right now. So yesterday we basically figured out that our original plan was just not going to work at all. We were going to go to Amsterdam and just keep going north from there. It was the most obvious route, but that wasn't going to work out. And then we found out about probably the single best travel deal of all time, this €9 unlimited month-long rail pass in Germany. But now we have to figure out a way to get all the way to the border of Germany. That's what I was going to say before the bus came.
Gare de l'Est.
We should get some food.
Just barely made it.
Destination de Reims, vers la voie 29.
This train run is literally the very last train available that can get us anywhere close to the border of Germany. But once we're over, we should be able to travel around on that sweet €9 pass that we got. And using that pass, we can actually get really far north, all the way up to the border of Denmark. But even then, once we get there, we still have a super long way to go. But for now, we've got as good of a plan as we can. We haven't spun the wheel yet. We have to trace from we have 10 minutes from right now to find a bathroom. I've been thinking about this the entire train ride. When is this thing gonna go off?
And I gave him some water.
You got change on you? It costs money. Thank you.
Guys,
Barely made it. 3 minutes to spare. Good luck for yours whenever it's happening. So originally we were just going to use this as a pass-through point just to get to Germany because it's right on the border, but the city's so cool. I feel like we got to stay here at least tonight, and Jacob wanted to see. Everybody's excited about Strasbourg. It seems really cool. How much?
30 per person.
That's really good.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah. Hustle time.
Okay, great.
We're doing it.
It's not too far from here.
Sweet. What a beautiful city. We're seeing a lot of other backpackers, tourists. So that means probably, hopefully, there'll actually be some people at the hostel that we're staying at.
So we're walking through the little town center to make it to our hostel, and I'm so excited to be here. There's just such a cool, fun vibe here, and it's so beautiful. Everyone seems to be in a good mood.
Hydration is key.
I was just so much more relaxed in a city like this versus Paris, whereas Paris is just, it's so big, there's so much going on that I always feel like I'm missing out on something all the time. Here it feels like I can actually see this city in the day or whatever that we've got here. It just makes me a much more calm person. Another wedding. We still have to wait a half an hour to get our room, but so far this hostel is really, really cool. A masterpiece.
I can't read anything. What does it say?
It says subscribe. This is us leaving the all-important decision of who gets top bunk in the hostel totally up to chance. But do you know what you should never leave up to chance? Your website. Which brings me to the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. Before we moved our website over to Squarespace, it loaded super slow, it had a bunch of security vulnerabilities, and it would just randomly go offline all the time. This meant that we would show up further down the list in Google searches, people wouldn't be able to get access to the budgeting spreadsheets we made for them, and then sometimes the worst case scenario would happen and people would think that we didn't even have a website at all. Squarespace fixed all of that for us, and now our website is always up, always fast, and always secure. If you're interested in learning more, head to squarespace.com to get started, and when you're ready to launch, use our link below to save 10%. After checking in, we were all excited to get out and see what Strasbourg had to offer.
Small little bite-sized city for us to explore.
So this city, Strasbourg, is literally right on the border between France and Germany. Like, it couldn't be closer. They have a little light rail tram that goes from here right over the border to Germany, which is what we're planning on taking to then start our €9 ticket German adventure. For now, this place is so nice and it's such a perfect day. I think we should find a nice place to get some wine.
Okay, now that we're settled into the hostel and changed and just out and about, gosh, Strasbourg is so quaint, so effing quaint. Everything is so beautiful. The architecture, the scenery, the nature, the river, everyone on bikes. It's a really beautiful place. And I can't believe we almost didn't come here. Now you might be wondering why we're eating baos in front of the cathedral here in Strasbourg, France. And it's because we're trying to save money so that way tonight we can have an actual local meal. It's not so expensive, but getting here was a little bit expensive. So we're budgeting still. Here with Lisa and Josh. I feel like it's been a really long time since we've seen a cathedral because we've been in Asia for so long, but this one looks very impressive.
Nothing like a Viking cruise ship coming into town to really liven things up. There's so many people here right now, and the line's going all the way down the block. So apparently this bridge right here, like, it twists totally sideways so that way that the boats can go through, and then when it's done, it twists all the way back so people can cross it. It's really cool.
We're here at La Petite France, and it is absolutely beautiful, incredible. There's canals, there's flowers everywhere, there's beautiful architecture and historical homes. But the thing I can't stop thinking about is when that bathroom alarm is gonna go off.
Lots of tourists around everywhere. It's got all this nice greenery and stuff like that. It just feels like a really nice, peaceful area of town. But the story of why they called this place Little France is not exactly as PG as the rest of this area would seem. So back in the 1500s, this area was primarily used to treat French soldiers who had syphilis. And at the time, the term for syphilis was the French disease. So here we are in Little France. It's really nice though. Lisa's alarm has gone off. Lisa! It's time. You got 10 minutes.
Okay.
We're going this way. Lisa's got her work cut out for her. Is it this? What day is it? Is it Samedi?
Saturday. They're closed.
Oh no.
Hopefully.
We're in a giant hospital complex, and there are no bathrooms.
Our friends each contributed a different idea for this wheel, and we just spin the wheel every day, and then something happens. Our friend Mike came up with this one. This one's particularly tough. You are over your 10 minutes.
I couldn't find a bathroom. So while we're here, I might as well explain why we're here. We were going to go to the cave, the historic caves, which is actually a wine cellar that is underneath the city hospital here. This whole area was apparently built in 1395 at a time when people could donate land or their vineyards to the hospital to help pay for medical services. And as a result, wine was commonly found in hospitals. Wine cellars were too. And the cool part was wine was actually found to be a treatment for a lot of patients. So it was not that uncommon to find wine cellars under hospitals. So we were gonna go visit the one wine cellar under this giant hospital, but unfortunately they're closed.
Even though we struck out at the wine cellars, we weren't going to give up that easy.
I was just thinking that I love being here and being able to have a glass of rosé and not feel like I have to order any food. And that happy hour is a thing here. These glasses of rosé were €3.50.
Now it's time to try the famous local Alsatian cuisine, not to be confused with the also famous dog breed.
I'm looking up, I'm getting a 3D image of an Alsatian. Oh, look at it go.
We're at Albrasur. We're at the brew pub here near our hostel, and it is very lively, very fun, and we're having a great time. We just ordered a round of wines for €3 and a beer for €3, and we ordered the local dish, which I think I can't pronounce, but is a mixture of sauerkraut, sausages, and general meats. And then also a plum pizza-looking thing. A piece of dough flattened out with cheese, creme fraiche, and toppings. Oh, that's good. It's warm cabbage, tastes sour, but flavorful and savory. I could eat a pile of that. That was good. Very tasty. That was a great dinner.
God, that was good.
Probably one of the best ones we've had on our trip so far. And I think it's safe to say that we are falling in love with Strasbourg.
I wish we had more time here. I mean, we only got one day, but we've got a long way to go
Yeah.
if we're gonna make it to the northernmost city in the world.
We are heading all the way to Germany tomorrow, and by all the way I mean 15 minutes by train.
Yeah, it's just a little tram right across the border. It's super easy to get across. It'll probably cost us €1 to get into Germany, and then once we're there, if it works out, the €9 ticket still honestly seems too good to believe, but I'm excited to see if it actually exists.
Yeah, heading back to the hostel, gonna do some heavy editing
Yeah.
to get our next videos out, and we'll see you tomorrow.
And we'll spin the wheel again. Man, the wheel was a challenge today.
Mostly
Oh
for
my
me.
goodness.
Bye.
Bye.
Did you have to go?
Not really.
Oh, I couldn't find a bathroom.
You have to say I peed myself.
I peed myself. I don't know what the outcome of this is.
You have to buy the first round? Even though we're married,
It's
so it's
our
our
same money.
Just makes me feel like I won something though.
Okay. Hi, kitty. What do you got to tell us? So many things to say.